Have you been struggling with watercolor, specifically speaking, trying to understand how to get a really pretty wet on wet effect? Hi, my name is Clarice, and I teach you how to go with the flow and paint in watercolor. Watercolor, according to me, is therapeutic and fun, and this is why we paint. We paint for fun. In this video, I am going to show you how to simply use the wet on wet technique to get some beautiful peonies. Are you brand new to watercolor and you're still sort of struggling and trying to find your way in the dark? Well, I have a free PDF for you. Download it. The link is in the description of this video, and have fun with it, because in it, I'm not only taking you through how to get started with it, but we flow into loose watercolor florals. And that's what we love over here on this channel. Now, if you really enjoy my style of painting and also my teaching, I do have a monthly watercolor membership where we get into things a lot more in depth and we have a lot more compositions and floral fun. I've also listed the link to go with the flow in the description of this video. So I hope to see you there. And for now, let's get into this lesson. Hi guys, so in this video, we are going to paint these loose peonies, and the special focus with this over here is how to not overwork your flowers and really go loose. So that is the main focus as we learn to paint these gorgeous peonies. Very simply put, it is easy to paint these. You just need to grasp the concept of not overworking and really controlling yourself when it comes to feeling that urge to go in and fill every nook and cranny. Okay, so let's put this into action and figure out how we can truly let loose. For this, I'm going to be using the following items. We're going to be using the MeiLaing set of watercolors. Feel free to use whatever you have on hand. I do always say if you're looking for specific results, it is best to sort of have the same supplies as the person you are following. So if that's me or if that's somebody else, if you see them using or if you see us using items that give us results and you've been following all the techniques to a T, consider switching up the supplies, because that really does help as well. Supplies play a huge role when it comes to getting the proper effects and watercolor techniques. So for our paint, we're going to be using carmine. Actually, no. We're going to be using either rose red or quinacridone rose. We want that nice, beautiful pink. And then for the leaves, I used olive green with a little bit of yellow green in there. Mind you, peony leaves are a lot darker, so they're more along the lines of Hooker's dark green. So I might just kind of throw that in there just to get a nice little variation, okay? Now for paper, I'm using my Zen Art Supplies watercolor paper. It is 100% cotton, so it's going to give us some nice effects. The brushes I'm using are Princeton number 6 Neptune, and then the Princeton Velvetouch number 4. These are my tried and true, and being an ambassador for Princeton, love, love, love these brushes. I will also throw in, because these are nice big round blooms, the Princeton Oval 1/2 inch. This helps us really get some nice big strokes in, okay? And paper towel handy, water handy, and we're good to go. I'm going to start off with using the Princeton Oval Wash Brush. The idea behind using this brush is to get more coverage for our peonies with less strokes, and that is what gives us that non-overworked, beautiful, loose feel, okay? So starting off with this brush, getting water on my brush, getting some of that rose red. I'm going to mix a little bit of that on here. I want a nice pale pink. So how do we get that? By adding a lot more water on our brush. So getting water on my brush again. We're going to start off with doing the first peony. I'm just pressing down the whole thing and creating like a comma stroke. I'm going to do a middle one, and then dipping the tip of my brush in water. I'm going to do a third one like so. Pulling the extension using the tip to kind of pull it down. You're guiding the water from those shapes all the way down. I like that little white space, so I'm going to leave that in. Dipping the tip of my brush in water, I'm going to go in at the top and kind of add a couple of little loose strokes to kind of give us that nice ambiguous top area for our peony. So that can be one. We're going to go in and do the same thing again. This time I'm going to do one facing this way. And these are meant to be little peony buds. So try and really keep a little bit of white space in between to give us some nice loose light and shadow effects. Well, this is going to be more light effects with the white space. So getting some of the water on my brush, I'm lightly adding strokes at the back of this and creating, like, forming more of that peony. Now, before this dries up, because it's dried up a little bit, what I'm doing is taking my number 4, I'm going to get some of that color, and I'm dropping that into these little areas around the peony, and like maybe even pulling it down into it and helping it kind of spread around at the top. Getting a little bit more on this brush, adding some water so it's not super stark and dark. I'm going to drop in little strokes like this, giving us a nice, beautiful bloom to our loose peony. Move some of the color around at the top if you feel like it's not fading properly or blending in properly. We just want that little tad bit of darkness to kind of indicate a separation. So adding some of that over here. Now what's happening here is that it has dried up. So I'm adding it at the top and I'm getting a little bit of a blend, but some of the areas seem to be just kind of sitting strong and not moving. Don't worry about it. We're going to continue using our same technique that we used over there. I'm dropping in some strokes. I'm kind of blending in some of the color. I'm pulling down using the span of my brush. There's barely any water on it. Notice how I'm pulling the color down. It's giving me these beautiful dry strokes. Now you get these dry strokes when you don't add water on your brush and you're just pulling the color down. And I like how this looks. So if you feel like you want smoother strokes, you can get a little bit of water on your brush and pull it down. But I like this because this gives me some texture. So I'm going to go with this. Okay, beautiful. So we've got these little effects. That's exactly what we want. I'm going to do this one more time so you can watch me do it in real time, catching all these areas while it is damp. Okay, so here's another one. And this time I'm just going to do a light little like petal opening out, maybe 2. Gonna take the number 4. So it's nice and damp. I'm getting just a little bit of that pink on the tip of my brush. I'm dropping that in right at the mouth area of the flower. And then I'm going to get a little bit of that, drop it at the edge as well. And then just like I mentioned with, you can continue using the number 4. I'm going to use the 6 for this one. It's damp, it's not wet. I'm going to lightly pull the color out to kind of blend it in, extend it. This is where you're able to sort of control watercolor without fully being at its mercy. Like you don't know, you're just going to let it sit. This is the time. This is prime time while it is still damp and wet. You can kind of move the color around and really get those nice, beautiful bleeds happening. So now all of a sudden, certain areas, the areas we added the color are darker and look smoother. You can also use this time to drop in just a little bit more color around those areas. It's damp, and so that's why, again, it's giving me a nice sort of shadowy kind of effect and giving us loose definition with our flowers. You can even do like one stroke down because that could be one of the petals. Loose and fun and satisfying to do. For the stem, I'm going to start off with that the light green rather. So using the number 6 because the stems for the peonies are a little bit thicker, so I'm using number 6 so I can get a slightly thicker stroke. So if you struggle with brush strokes, check out the last video I did where we did those nice little floral sprays. all these videos that I create florals in teach you some factor about watercolor or technique. So make sure you're looking at them from that standpoint as opposed to just only learning how to paint florals. So here we go. Nice fine pointed tip. Loosely painting one stroke in. Second stroke to the side of it just to be a little bit thicker. I'll do another one here. And then another one here. Now, while this is damp, I'm going to go back in with the number 4. I'll take some of the Hooker's green and I'm going to start off with painting one stroke. That doesn't quite look like Hooker's green. Give me 1 second to paint that in. Mix it in with a little bit of brown. This looks more like Viridian. And then what I'm trying to do is drop that second color in before these stems of mine dry up so that I can get a nice blend happening within these stems. Same thing here. Okay, and now you can actually just go back in. I'm going to go back in, definitely get a little bit more darker tones. And I'm just dropping that in at the base. This, what we're doing over here is exactly like what we did with the middle portions of the flowers, okay? Now you can extend a little bit of that down into the stem as well, as opposed to just letting it sit at the base of the flower. Okay, perfect. Very loose, very fun. This almost kind of could pass for a tulip as well. So you notice like when you paint loosely, there's just so much you can play with. Okay, so now I'm going back with this brush. I'm getting some of that nice dark green and we're going to paint in some of the leaves. And the leaves, again, super fun and easy. Doesn't have to be super complicated. Can do one stroke out like that. From out, press down, going in. I'm going to get more water. You can tell there's less water on my brush. Going to get more water. Let's paint another stroke in to get that nice dark, thick leaf. I'm going to drop one dark stroke of color in there. Now we've got that nice, beautiful two-tone happening. Fabulous. I'm going to do another leaf right here. Kind of protruding this way. And then if you want to add another kind of loose area or stem, kind of showing you that there's more leaves, go for it. Just loose, fun, practice. Great way to practice. You can make these a lot lighter so that they don't stand out as much amongst the other leaves that we've done. You can add a second tone by making it maybe more of the olive green. So now we have two tones happening in there. I'm going to drop in another leaf just to kind of give us that nice variation.
So if you reached this part of the video, you have reached the midway point. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. I also appreciate if you would like and follow if you like content like this, because I will be posting a lot more and I have a lot more on this channel to offer you. Okay, let's get back to the lesson.
And then if you really want to go ahead and embellish it a little bit more by adding a couple of strokes at the bottom of the flower, like so. Could have done that in the beginning too. It doesn't have to be only at the end. And I'm going to really mute the, by mute I mean adding more water to the mixture of color that I have. And I'm just going to add a couple of loosey, fun strokes of leaves happening to the side so it frames it a little bit.
So that's it. We used our nice big brush to create these beautiful shapes to create our babying or budding peonies. And again, the whole idea is to not overwork your shapes when you're painting flowers, when you're painting leaves. And the trick is to use a bigger brush to cover more surface and to get those nice, beautiful, seamless strokes. So instead of painting it in, drawing it out and then painting it in like you would, we're using big brushes to create nice big strokes, leaving white space in, and then using the wet on wet technique to get certain areas to stand out more than others. And then with the leaves, again, it's a very similar repetition of what we've done with the flowers by using two tones of color. Actually, we're using two different colors over here. For the florals, we're just using the one color. But again, it's the variation in how it shows up on paper is what makes the difference when it comes to painting loose and going with the flow. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Drop a comment to let me know what you thought about it. And if you have painted this, how did it turn out?
And that was it, guys. Did you have fun painting those loose peonies in wet on wet watercolor? I hope something clicked in there for you. And if it didn't, I suggest that you try it again, because consistency is the name of the game when it comes to watercolor. Watercolor is all about the water and the color mixing, and there's so many other things involved in it, like timing and wetness and supplies and techniques. And so I promise you, I'm giving you the little tidbits that are really integral. You need to just take that discipline to make time for yourself and the consistency to put brush to paper, and you will get results. If you love the results that you got, I encourage you to share it on social media. I am on Instagram and Facebook, and I would love to get tagged and possibly even reshare your work in my stories and such. So thanks guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. We'll chat soon. Bye.